New Navara 2026-2027 Nissan Navara D27, or is it going to be a D41 Frontier? Today we're going to be talking about everything you need to know about the new Navara. Okay, so first of all, this is not 100%. This is kind of speculation at this point. Nissan have only released really two statements. The first being that they are 100% going to collaborate with Mitsubishi. So Nissan have already been collaborating with other people, other brands to do engines. Nissan just don't want to create any engines anymore. Actually, recently they just cut all of their design studios to cut prices down. They are diving into a channel which I'm not really too keen on. Anyway, they're going to be teaming up with Mitsubishi. This is 100% confirmed. Now, we don't know the exact type of car that we're going to get. On the screen, you'll see a couple of these artist prediction of what it's going to look like. Personally, I do think this is going to be a Mitsubishi Triton / Nissan looking car. More Mitsi predict that they're going to be using a lot of the Mitsubishi foundations for the new Navara, if that they go for a D27. Now, I did hear some things from inside sources that say that they are going to be bringing the D41 Frontier from the US to Australia instead. Now, again, these is both just things that I've heard from, different sources. Nothing's confirmed yet, but I'm going to be diving a little bit into both sides today. I did a bit of research. There are some parts that are actually being named D27 parts on the parts catalog at Nissan. I know that because I work there. So some parts are being named that, but it's still no official really statement from Nissan. And there's no real release photos or prototypes yet. I do know that Nissan headquarters potentially have a prototype D27, but I never saw it, and you're not allowed to take photos of it or whatever, right? So there are out there, but nothing's confirmed what's going to be released to the public yet. If they do go down this route of D27 Mitsubishi collaboration, I can almost guarantee that there are going to be several features changed. Number one, the engine is going to be a 4N16 engine out of Mitsubishi Triton. That is currently what is in the brand new Mitsubishi Tritons. Now, they did have the 4N15, which I really like that engine. I think they're good, but they updated it to a 4N16, which is a inline-4 twin-turbo diesel. Pretty much the same as the Renault engine, just set up differently, and it's not French-based, okay? So that is the engine they're going to be putting in. They will most likely also use the same Super Select full drive system that Mitsubishi uses. Most likely they're going to be doing that so that it all links up pretty easily. Now, in terms of the body, the shape of the body, it's going to be one of those newer style looking slim-ass headlights, just shit like that. It's going to be very sleek, very tiny, not really that much, not really a full driver, more of just a cool looking, beefed up, long ute, basically. That's what it's going to be looking like. That one of the biggest features that a lot of Navara owners are going to miss is the rear coil suspension setup. I can almost guarantee, I'll put money on it, they will be using a leaf rear suspension setup in the new D27 if they release the D27. Okay, the reason is apparently they've had so many complaints about the rear of MP300s sagging to crazy amounts. Okay, now first of all, this is not really a tradie car. The dual cab version, the MP300, is not really tradie specific. It has rear coils. It's more of a comfort thing. It's more of a tourer. It's more of a camping style vehicle, okay? But I can almost guarantee that they are definitely going to get rid of the rear coil suspension in the new D27. So something to note. This is one of the biggest changes that's going to happen. Okay, so they're going to use a Mitsi engine. They're probably going to just rebadge Mitsubishi Triton and just call it a Navara. Now, are they going to be putting out EV versions or hybrid versions? We don't know yet. I don't think they're going to start with that because the EV plug-in hybrid sort of market is super new for four-wheel drives. And if they're going to do that, they could do more of a V6 D27 rather than the 4N16 motor, they'll go with a V6 motor. They're going to be using probably a straight 4 turbo, inline 4 turbo hybrid option, kind of like the BYD Sharks. But yeah, that market is super new. What I would predict that's going to happen is they're going to bring out the 4N16 or something similar with pretty much Mitsubishi Triton rebadged as a Nissan, and they'll change some things here and there, don't get me wrong, to make it more Nissan vibes, but they'll see how that goes, see how the launch goes over the next couple of years, and they might bring out a V6 or most likely an inline 4 turbo petrol hybrid EV. So that's what I think they'll be bringing for the D27 if they do bring it. So we're going to be seeing these maybe 2027, 2028. I do know that they're making MP300s until 2026. So that's sort of where we're at with the knowledge. There's not a lot been released yet by Nissan. As I said, they've only said that they are 100% going to collaborate with Mitsubishi. Whether that means they're using an engine from Mitsubishi or using the suspension, I don't know. We don't exactly know yet, but those are just some of my predictions for what's going to happen. The other car that they could be bringing in is the D41 Frontier. Now, this is a D40, but the next generation. Now, I'm not all too clued up on D41. Obviously, you guys that follow the channel know a lot about my D40 struggles. Don't get me wrong. If you want to check them out, just look on the channel. I speak about it in nearly every single video. But D41 is a Frontier. They look alright, they look updated, and I'm pretty sure they still use a YD25 engine, a lot of them. I don't think they came, I think they came with VQ40s maybe, I'm not exactly sure. Let me know if you're from the States, let me know in the comment section what is in your D41 Frontier. But there was some talk that they're going to bring that to Australia shores as well, so something to keep in mind of. I would never buy anything that has D4 in it. D41, D40, I'm probably not going to be purchasing another Navara. I'll probably keep my MP300 until warranty ends. All right, so just before we end the video, I wanted to go over a couple of Q&A questions. I want to start including some Q&As. So if you guys want to be featured on the next video, just comment down below a question about me, about cars, about four-wheel drives, about Nissans, whatever you want. So the first question comes from It's Frenzy. I believe he's commented before, so respect. What size lift would you recommend for a Nissan Navara D22 2.5 litre for camping and just general off-road use? I personally owned a D22 and I know they have torsion bar setup, so that really limits you in terms of the amount of lift you can get. You can get a 2-inch lift kit, but this really doesn't really lift it. What lifts the front anyway is the torsion bars. I would 100% recommend a heavy-duty torsion bar setup with upper control arms, and that lets you lift it pretty much 4 inches. It depends how much lift you want, and then you get some high-quality shocks, high-quality ones that don't leak, don't feel too rough, aren't too bouncy. You know, you need a happy medium. But yeah, D22s are limited a little bit by their front torsion bar setup. The rears are leaf, so the rears are really easy to lift. Pretty much for any car, to be honest, a 2-inch is pretty much all you need. This one needs a 3-inch. It doesn't have 3-inch yet, but it does need a 3-inch because it rubs on 33s. But in general, if you're just doing it in general camping and general off-road use, 2-inch is going to get you pretty much everywhere that you need to go. Okay, so that would be my recommendation. The next question is from Link. Some cheap four-wheel drive MP300, cheap canopy gear, or great item recommendations. All right, so cheap four-wheel drive gear or great items that I have. The number one thing would be a fire pit. Now a lot of people usually just like dig a hole, put rocks around, but if you can get one of those little fucking ones that you just chuck wood in and it's good, it doesn't burn the floor, that's a lot better. It's pack away, you can take it with you. That's one of the best things you can do. You can cook on it, heats up your camp as well. Very, very good. Another one would be some safety measures. So having a jump pack is really good. You can also charge your phone with it. It has a light on it. I've got 2 jump packs in my car. I can start my car with it, which is the most important thing. So I'm just going to give you 2 options for this question. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to check out the full MP300 build series, or you want to check out any little cheap modifications I've done or how-to videos, everything's playlisted. So you can go check them out on the screen now. Peace.